Okay, guys, today we are going to be talking about logarithm, rules of logarithm. The first rule we are going to be talking about is addition law. Addition law. Now, let's say we have something like this. Let's say we have log A base x plus log B base x. We have two logarithm numbers. They have the same base. This can be equals to, it can be written as log base x a times b. Also, log a times b base x can be rewritten as log a base x plus log b base x. So if we have two logarithm numbers that have the same base, then we can make these two logarithms to be one. So if they are connected together by addition, addition changes to multiplication. And if you have something in this expression, if you have a logarithm number in this expression, a times b, you can split this expression to be written as this. We also have the subtraction law. Let's say we have base x divided by log b base x. Sorry, minus log b base x. This minus can change to what? Division. So far, these are the same. Then this a divided by b base x. So also log a divided by b base x can be written as log the numerator log a base x minus denominator log b base x. So this is addition law. This is what? Subtraction law. Now let's talk about the power law. So guys, in power law, let's say we have log a raised to the power of n base x. So what the power law is talking is that whenever we have a logarithm of a number that has a power, that power can become the coefficient. So this can be written as n log a base x. That is, the power will just become the coefficient. Also, if we have n log a base x, this coefficient comes to become the power of this number here. So it can also be written as log a raised to power n base x. So for example, let's say I have log 3 square base 10. I can bring this power, this can be written as 2. This power will come to the coefficient log 3 base 10. Also, if I have it as 2 log 3 base 10, this coefficient can become the power. So it can also be written as log 3 squared base 10. Also, let's say I have another example like this. Log 5 raised to power half base 10. The power, which is 1 over 2, can also become the coefficient. It can also be written as 1 over 2 log 5 base 10. So you will just bring the power to become the coefficient. So at the same time, if I have it as 1 over 2 log 5 base 10, it can also be written as log 5. The coefficient, bring it to become the power here. Log 5 raised to power 1 over 2 base 10. This is what power law is talking about. Now let's look at the power of base. Power of base. Let's say we have something like log a base x raised to power n. You are going to see that in this expression here, it is not the number that is having the power, it is the base. So whenever a logarithm has a base and the base has a power, either that power of the base can also become the coefficient of the log. But whenever the power of the base will become the coefficient of the log, then that power will turn to what? Reciprocal. So therefore, this can be rewritten as 1 over n log A base x. So what I'm trying to say now is that if we have the base to as the power will become the coefficient. But whenever the power is becoming the coefficient, then it's going to turn to the what? Reciprocal. So at the same time, if I have it as 1 over n log A base x, I can also decide to bring this coefficient directly to the power of the base. So this can be written as log A base x, then this will now turn to the what? It's going to turn to n. So let me use examples to explain more better. Now, let's say I have this 2 raised to power 2 base 2, let me say log 5 base 2 raised to power 3. I have this expression. I will say that the base has a power, right? So what I will just do is that I can bring this power to become the coefficient, then it's going to turn to the reciprocal 1 over 3 log 5 base 2. So whenever the power of the base is becoming the coefficient, is going to change reciprocal. It as 1 over 3 log 5 base 2. If I want to use the power of the base law, this coefficient can become the power of the base, but it's going to turn to the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1 over 3 is what? 3. And the reciprocal of 3 is what? 1 over 3. So this will now turn to log 5 base 2 raised to power 3. So at the same time, let's say I have this particular question. Let's say I have it like this. Log 5 base 2 raised to power 1 over 3. I'm going to see that we have log 5 base 2 raised to power 1 over 3. The power of the base here is 1 over 3, right? So I'm going to write it. It will then turn to the reciprocal. Guys, what is the reciprocal of 3? 1 over 3. What of the reciprocal of 1 over 3? That is 3. Do you get that? So this will now turn to 3 log 5 base 2. Do you get that? And also, if I have it as 3 log 5 base 2, I can also decided to use the power of the base and bring this coefficient directly to become the power of the base. So this will then be written as log 5 base 2. If this is coming here, it's going to the reciprocal, raised to power 1 over 3. So this is what the power of the base law is talking about. Guys, to note, number to the same base will equals to 1. This is that log 5 base 5 is equals to 1. Log of the number with the same base will equals to 1. Another thing you have to know is that log of 1 to any base is 0. This is base 10. 1 base 5 is equals to 0. Log 1 to 0. So guys, let's look at the next law, reciprocal law. So guys, what is reciprocal law about? 2. The reciprocal of 3 is 1 over 3. So for example, let's say I have my logarithm to be log A base x. And they asked me to use reciprocal law for this. How am I going to use the reciprocal law? We all know that the reciprocal of this will be 1 over something, right? Log A base x will be equals to 1 over log. But now, original logarithm number will become the base. The base will become the log. Reciprocal law is talking about. Now, for example, let's say I have log 8 base 3, and I was asked to use the reciprocal law. How I'm going to do it? This will just turn to 1 over log 3 base 8. So this is how to use the reciprocal law. The last law, okay, second law, change of base. Guys, here, let's say I have log a base x, and I'm to use the. It is very simple. This will just equals to log over log. Change of base is going to turn to what? Log over log. Are you there? So this number will become the coefficient log a, and this base of base law. So log a base x will be equals to what? Log a over log x. So I can then wish, if I wish, I can just give them a common base. You can any base. I decide to rewrite it as log a base b over log x base b. So you can divide to give them any base you wish. Either it depends on the question. So that is the what? Change of base law. Now, finally, guys, if I have an expression x a is equals to p, guys, if I have this expression in logarithm, guys, you have to know something, that this expression, if I have to look for the value of x, are you there? If I want to get my x, what I do is that this side here, then it a come to the other side is going to turn to a raised to power. This simply means that once the other side is going to become its power. Log x base 2 is equal to 3. Find x. Other side, then 3 and equals what? 8. So guys, we have to simplify 2 log minus 2x base plus log. So I'm going to use power law, become the power of the. Therefore, this log is the point log raised to power. When this particular coefficient is becoming these 2x inside the then above, and this has no log n. So this will be written as log n a minus 2 raised to power 3 x raised to power 3 base a log a. So what I've to do is that so guys, I'm not to use 40. I think you say if I have that have the same, they are connected together by here, or sorry, so we are going to use addition. So in this addition and subtraction to division, multiplication, logarithm that have the same base, log a, this minus change to divided by 8 and multiplication x squared. So these are minus change to division, multiplication, it turns to a over x squared times x 4. So there x cubed we cancel, then the final answer would be log over base a. This is the final answer, guys. So example, they say if x equals y, find x over. We are firstly going to y. The value of x is log base y is like this. X, this is our y. So what we've done this as this 5 times 1 log x. I'm going to do that. I will still get this back. This. Now let's reciprocal log. Reciprocal log, guys. Base x. 5 base x. Written as log base 5. Reciprocal log before, right? Like this. Right? Reciprocal log. This base what? Base. That so that reciprocal log, the that is here. 5 base 1 base 5. It's going to turn to this. Now use change of base law. Now, guys, what I'm going to do is here, which is x base. I will let it to equal x log. To the change of base law, the number b and the base b the one. So after you've done that, to give the equal base here, I'm going to look. Meaning that we have log 5 here. This simply means that a base, the base of 1. So therefore, log x over base y. In this, therefore, log 5 multiplied by x base 1 over base y. We now therefore log x over y log base 1. That is by using law and what? Change. Thank you guys for watching. We are going to be moving on to